Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. For today, I have noticed that since the new Cities Skylines Plaza and Promenades DLC, I have noticed that a lot of YouTubers have made some new cities with some new entrances. For today, I want to go over some of those new entrances. So let's get started. So on the screen in front of you, as I've already started to build, is what's called the battery. This is my own rendition of the battery. I'm not stealing this, exact video from the content creator, but Conflict Nerd 5 or 6 years ago created what's called the battery. And obviously on the screen, you see that there are a ton of views. So what the battery is this is like the godfather of all entrances. I think if you are new to City Skylines, or you're playing on the console, or an Xbox or a PlayStation, I feel like this entrance is simple enough where you're able to learn the game and it will help you make tons of money in such a quick manner. And it doesn't take very long to build, which is fantastic. And as you see on the screen, essentially this battery is just a bunch of grids with an in and out traffic pattern. Now, I'm going to put a disclaimer before somebody tells me on my comments like, well, what happens when your city gets bigger? Well, the whole point of this build is to just help you make money off the start. Once you start making money and you have enough money, you can actually go in and demo or add highways and whatnot. But overall, I think this is the best way to start your City Skylines city if you are new to the game. Again, this is from Conflict Nerd and it is called the battery, so check his channel out. Obviously super fantastic City Skylines channel. Let's keep going to our second build. So for this second entrance, so like I mentioned before, there have been a lot of YouTube channels that have been creating brand new vanilla cities because of the new Plaza and Promenades DLC. So there is two YouTube channels that I identified that use this entrance. One of them is called Cityzilla, which I'm not sure if you've heard of him, but Cityzilla had a fantastic tutorial on how to start your city with the same entrance. And Biffa actually also used the same kind of entrance. So what we're doing for this entrance is it's a little bit different. This is not a roundabout. Obviously, you can tell right now on the screen, there is no roundabout, but what you're doing is you're creating a way to get in and out of the city in a pretty decent manner. Like, it's not like they're going to cause a lot of traffic and whatnot, but then what you're also doing is you're leaving room for potential growth of that road. So eventually maybe that the one-way roads in and out of the city, eventually they might be highways, or they might be, something where you can upgrade it. Essentially, that's all I'm trying to get at, is essentially it's just making it an upgradable road. And, essentially, again, we're just adding grids. Grids are the way to go. So if you're wondering on the screen in front of you, like, why does everybody use these grids and keep everything so compact? Well, A, it saves you a lot of money. But B, when you're adding services like water and electricity, you're not going to be wasting a lot of money on the water lines, or not water lines, but the pipes that go underneath. Then you're also saving money by not spending money on the power lines themselves. So overall, like I said, this is just a normal grid, and there is no roundabout, guys. So congratulations, City Skylines entrance without a roundabout. So again, everything in this entrance is pretty easy too, so you're not doing anything too complicated. So now that you've seen 3 popular City Skylines YouTube channel entrances, what I wanted to do was show you the most generic, easiest entrance to build if you're new in City Skylines. So I don't think this City Skylines entrance has a creator or godfather of whoever created this entrance, but using a roundabout is probably one of the best ideas for creating a City Skylines entrance. So right now I am building that City Skylines entrance with a roundabout. I did, by the way, a vanilla roundabout, because I did not use any mods on that. But for the most part, when you're building this entrance, you can either put a medium-sized road and connect it like that. you know, that's pretty much the generic simplest way of doing it. But then if you want to be a little bit better, I'm not saying much better, but if you want to be a little bit more aggressive and make it a little bit more perfect, you're going to give them individual on and off ramps, kind of like what I'm showing you on the screen right now. Again, you could easily just connect the medium-sized road, but if you want to be a little bit more fancy, you can just add the, you know, the extra exits. So that is build number 3. So now let's get into the intersection number 4. This one is a little bit more complicated. It does require another roundabout, and which is fine. Roundabouts, again, are probably the best way of creating a City Skylines entrance, like I mentioned before. But what I'm doing here is I'm trying to eliminate the traffic. I don't want all, in this entrance, we do not want all the traffic going to the roundabout. We want to actually kind of funnel some of it away from the roundabout, but while still using the roundabout. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it makes sense to me at least. So as you can tell right now, we are just trying to fit the roundabout in this little section. So now this is where things get a little bit more complicated. And as you can tell, make sure you upgrade your one-way roads. You can keep them dirt for now, but it's okay if you don't. Honestly, not a huge deal. So make sure when you're following this one, it is a little bit more complicated. I will let you know that, honestly, Xbox consoles, they might not be able to handle this, honestly. So this is for PC lovers, but you can do something like this. It's kind of, you know, again, all these entrances at the end of the day are pretty much the same thing and pretty simple to do. And, you know, again, it's your own preference. So again, we're trying to create an on and off ramp for this entrance. Sorry, let me get back to what I was saying. You know, what this entrance is we're just trying to keep everything very simple, and we're going to create an overpass over the roundabout. Again, we're trying not to have the roundabout completely overrun with traffic, so we're just creating different on and off ramps of this roundabout. And we do have the overpass, which will take cars into a different part, not different part, but, you know, help alleviate the traffic of the roundabout. So overall, this was our 4th entrance. I think it turned out amazing and it works great. Again, you could put grids on either side of the entrance. Now for the final one, I did see this. I will be honest with you. I saw this entrance. City Planner Plays did this one entrance, and I just thought it was kind of like it's kind of similar to what Biffa and Cityzilla did with their entrances, except for just using the medium-sized road, which if you don't want to get into that one-way road, you know, just that whole confusion itself, this is a little bit easier because you're not really doing too much extra work besides just, you know, you're using 2 different roads and then you're doing the 400 by 400 grids. So again, you know, we're going into grids. Grids are very important when you start your City Skylines cities, just to make sure that all of the utilities don't need to be super spread out and you're saving money on pipes and power lines and stuff like that. But again, a super simple entrance where, you know, it doesn't take much to do and it works out really, really, really well. So guys, in the comment section below, what is your favorite City Skylines entrance that I showed you? Was it from Biffa or Cityzilla, or do you like the Conflict Nerd battery? Which do you prefer when you're playing your City Skylines city? Please let me know. I'm open to any comments because, you know, this is just to show you guys, like I said, a lot of new City Skylines YouTube, not new, but a lot of YouTube channels started new cities. So I just wanted to show you guys the best entrances to start your city. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you.